Hey guys, this is Anita. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about all the books I read in March. I had a fantastic reading month in March. I read 6 books. I completed 6 books and I enjoyed all of them. One was 4 stars, one was 4.5 star, and 4 of them were 5 stars. So the first book I want to talk about is The Dragon Reborn by Robert Jordan. That is book 3 from Wheel of Time series. After book 2, I was little nervous going into The Dragon Reborn. Actually, the beginning of book 3 starts very similar to book 2. We started in Perrin's POV, which was very similar to Rand's POV from Great Hunt. Perrin was reluctant about his abilities and he was always irritated about Moraine. So he reminded me of Rand from the book 2, but later he got good character development. Also later POV changes to Egwene and we got lot of details and intrigue about Aes Sedai. That's when I started enjoying this book. Though I did not like the unnecessary conflict between Nynaeve and Egwene, I liked the overall elements. I liked the overall world building we got in that particular arc. And the best part in this book for me is Matt. We have seen his jovial nature in first 2 books also, but we did not get that in his POV. In this book we got his POV and I found him hilarious. He totally changed my experience with this book. He single-handedly raised my rating to 4 stars. I had a blast reading his POV. I hope his POV continues to be the same throughout this series, then I can see myself enjoying the whole series. I just filmed a spoiler filled review for The Dragon Reborn. I'll post that soon in my channel. Next book I want to talk about is Force Code by Andrew D. Meredith. This is book 2 in Needle and Leaf trilogy. This just came out last week. We continue to follow Joven and Leaf in this book. An organization, a cultish organization, found out about Leaf's powerful magic. So those people are after Leaf now. So Joven and Leaf are again on the run and we meet some cool characters on the way. One of the new characters, Stefa, became my favorite character and Meredith added so much detail about world building and magic in this book. I am surprised that he managed to include so much in just 300-page book. Stakes got way higher in this book and I like the way Meredith connected the main storyline with magic system. That was really cool. Though stakes are high, this still reads as palette cleanser. Both Thrice and Force Code work as good palette cleansers between epic fantasies. If you are looking for a quick read between epic fantasies, this is a perfect book. I posted a separate review for these in my channel. I'll link that in the cards if you are curious about. Next book I want to talk about is And Put Away Childish Things by Edin Tchaikovsky. This is his recent novella. It just came out last month at the end of March. Tchaikovsky totally surprised me with his writing in this novella. He added humor in this book and it totally worked for me. We follow a 40-year-old failing TV actor called Harry Bodie. His grandmother is an author of popular children's series. He wants to take advantage of that fact and get into the mainstream TV. But he gets involved in a minor scandal and starts attracting the wrong kind of attention. He attracted the attention of this cult who are obsessed with his grandmother's books. Meanwhile, this magical world is decaying and its denizens start taking things into their own hands. Our main character Harry gets overwhelmed with all this attention. I found him hilarious. I don't want to get into details. I posted a separate review on my channel. I link that in the cards. Please watch that if you're curious. Tchaikovsky included so many Easter eggs from popular fantasy series like Chronicles of Narnia, Lord of the Rings. I enjoyed finding those Easter eggs and Tchaikovsky added his own twist to this portal fantasy genre. I gave this book 5 stars and I highly recommend this book. And the next 2 books I want to talk about are from the same series, so I'll talk them together, which are Lustrum or Conspirata by Robert Harris and Dictator by Robert Harris, which are book 2 and 3 from Cicero trilogy. I loved both of them. First part of book 2 follows Cicero's life as consul, challenges he faced, Catilina's conspiracy against Republic, and Book 2 follows his life as an ex-consul, his fight with Claudius, and eventually his fall. Book 3 follows the rise of Caesar. Actually, we follow Cicero, but the events are focused on the rise of Caesar. There are too many events and too much information in Book 3, even in second part of Book 2, but I still enjoyed it. Harris is a fantastic writer. He made me invested in these events. He made me invested in the purpose of Cicero. I actually cared about the survival of Republic. This happened actually, these events happened 2000 years before, but I still cared. I think this is one of the best political thrillers I have read. Maybe even better than any contemporary political thrillers. We had discussion about first two books in Alan's channel. We will discuss book 3 Dictator this week. I'm also planning to do a separate review for this trilogy. I did not know much about Roman history before reading this trilogy, so I want to talk about my perspective on these events and how this trilogy made me more curious about Roman history. Both of these books are 5-star for me. I highly recommend to anyone who is interested in historic fiction. And the last book I want to talk about is Dragon Keeper by Robin Hobb, which is first book in Rainwell Chronicles. I went into this with low expectations because many people said that this is their least sub-series in whole Realm of Elderlings world, and also because this is not a fizz book, but it totally surprised me. I mean, it definitely has YA tropes. Actually, I started reading book 2 Dragon Haven now. That book has more YA tropes than this first book Dragon Keeper. First part of Dragon Keeper is focused on the cultures of Bingtown and Rainwells and what they are going to do with dragons. And second part is more of YA tropes, which I did not mind at all. Though there are YA tropes, Hobb's character work and her thematic exploration is still top notch. I enjoyed that no matter what trope she's exploring. Actually, this Bingtown culture is very similar to the culture I was raised in. Even now, if you see any of the South Indian movies or TV, you can see these tropes. So I felt very connected to these characters. They were very realistic. Every dialogue was realistic. Maybe that's the reason I loved it more. When I was reading the POVs of Alice and Taimara, it felt like I'm reading the life story of someone I knew. I cannot wait to talk about these books. We are having the discussion of both these books, Dragon Keeper and Dragon Haven, next week in my channel, either 15th or 16th. I'll talk more about it there. I am so happy this series is working for me. I absolutely loved everything in this book. Instant 5 stars for me. Even if you heard negative things about this series, do give it a try. You might like it. That's all I read in March. Please let me know in comments what you read and what was your favorite book. Please like, comment and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.